Hi everybody, this is Heather Clark. You can find me at Facebook at Running Totally Free in High Heels, and you can find my husband Michael Clark at Running Totally Free. This is our YouTube channel, Running Totally Free, where we discuss spiritual, financial, and physical freedom. And we have been on a financial peace journey since January of this year, 2016. And today, my intention was to discuss with you how I have made just a couple minor changes in our cash envelope system to make it just a little bit easier for me and to protect our cash envelopes that we've been using. So I just want to apologize for the little bit of nudity that's occurring over my shoulder. I realize that Ken's hiney is naked. A little background here. One of my absolute favorite YouTubers out there is the Encouraging Homeschool Mom. I think I've shared a couple of her links on my Facebook page. And one of the things that caused me to just fall in love with her is that she is a very non-Pinterest, if there's a word for it, non-Pinteresty type YouTuber. She doesn't wait for her house to be all put together to get on YouTube and, vlog. She is a mom of 7 children, and I think, as she would probably say, if she waited for that to happen, she would never have gotten on YouTube in the first place. So I intentionally go into my daughter's room where everything's a mess, so that you will see that we live a very real life here. Today, what surrounds me is the evidence of 2 little girls, she and a friend, the evidence that they had a wonderful time earlier today playing together. And that right there is my daughter's version of putting her laundry away, her dirty laundry away, which just cracks me up. She and her brother are due to do their wash tomorrow, so that's why it is as full as it is at this point, because tomorrow that's what they hit on their calendar of cleaning. So anyway, okay, so back to our topic. Probably closer to like January or February, we told you, we shared with you how we had gotten started using these envelopes that you can, at least you were able to purchase at the dollar store, 2 for $1, and how we were keeping our different cash envelopes in these envelopes, and each category is in one of these. So for instance, this is date night, and I happened to have this bag that a friend of mine gave me. It's actually a Vera Bradley cooler bag, and it fits perfectly, as you can see. So we have all of our envelopes for our system in here. So at home, we keep our cash envelopes in here stored. And so every other week, because my husband gets paid every 2 weeks, we go through our categories. And so for instance, this says firewood. So the second pay period, we put $10 in there. And so we would look at that and say, okay, so put $10 in there. The next, we go through them each. This says oil and repairs on both pay periods, the first and the second. The first pay period, we'd put $35 in. The second pay period, we'd put $30 in. And so we go through and fill those after I go to the bank. So I don't think the card's in here. Let me look for the card for a second. So when I go to the bank, because it's usually me who does it, well, sometimes my husband does it. When we go to the bank, we will give the teller, and I'll try to get this up for you to see it. So this is week 1's card. I don't know why we did it this way, but we call it week 1 and week 2. It really should just say pay period 1 and pay period 2. So pay period 1, we'll write like how many $100 bills, how many $20 bills, how many $10 bills, how many $5 bills, how many $1 bills. And that way the bank teller just knows how to break it down for us. And then that way it's just divided the way we need it to be divided in our cash envelopes, and to divide it properly. And that just makes the whole system much easier for us when we bring the money home. And so I really meant to put that in my front pocket so I can get that when it's time to go get our money out of the bank. Okay, so what I found though, and this is why I'm doing today's video or vlog, is that, you know, these are from the dollar store, 2 for $1. These, I don't know if you can really tell in the video, but these envelopes are starting to fall apart. And so that's really fine. I can just put some like duct tape or something on them. We really just need to have them at home. I mean, I know I can do paper envelopes. I knew that going into it. I just liked these. I still thought these were sturdier, but I'm finding that they're still falling apart in their own way as well. So I like the fact that they're clear. I didn't really love the fact that regular envelopes weren't clear. I just like being able to read the card right away. I don't know. These just appealed to me more. So I still want to keep these until I can find something better. So I want to stick with these. So I really just need to be able to keep them here in the house and pull them out of here. But there are a couple envelopes that what was happening, for instance, like clothing, miscellaneous, household and toiletries, groceries, oil and repairs, hair care. What I was doing was I was taking them out of here and I was putting them in here in my purse. So for instance, like right now, I've got medication because I had to go for an emergency appointment to the dentist yesterday because I was having trouble with that temporary crown that I had done last week. Tried to be an adult and get finally do something with that root canal I had done a couple years ago. And I had trouble and I've been in a lot of pain, guys. And so yesterday I went for an emergency appointment at 5:30 and I'm still on medication. That's a whole other story. Anyway, so I brought my medication because I needed to buy some extra strength, like 800 milligram ibuprofen. I bought a dental guard for, you know, clenching, all that kind of stuff, blah, blah, blah. And so I keep pulling these things in and out of my purse. And that, I think that's what's contributing to these things getting kind of ripped on the edges. So I remembered the other day that I had heard, I like to listen to Dave Ramsey's, his vlogs. I wanted to call them podcasts, but you can actually see him. His vlogs, the Dave Ramsey Show, when I'm running. And I remembered hearing a conversation between he and his daughter, Rachel Cruz, which that's her married name, hence the different last names. And she had been talking about the fact that she doesn't use her father's system. Well, her father is the one who uses the cash envelope system. And I found that so interesting. I was like, well, what does she do? And she had mentioned that she uses binder clips. And you know, I used to use these when I was a teacher for, you know, holding papers and stuff. And so she says, well, I use binder clips in my wallet. I kind of like being discreet and I really like my wallet. It's pretty and I'd rather use that. So I listened to how she described how she uses these. Now these binder clips come from the dollar store and or the Dollar Tree, and they come in different sizes, as you can tell. And so what she does, as well as I understood it, because she didn't actually show you an example, was she takes, for instance, I'll show you my wallet. This is my wallet. It's kind of what a lot of wallets look like. It opens like this, and it has like, you know, 2 openings with the change holder in the middle. So there's one opening on one side and opening on the other side. And so I have my blow money on my top, and that's always my blow money. So that never changes. So I never bothered to put a binder clip there. But I always have had my grocery money on the other side. And then, so what I've started doing is adding a miscellaneous binder clip. I don't know if you can see that very well, MISC. And then a toiletries and household binder clip. So now, that's what I'm going to keep in my wallet as well, because I find that during the week, I sometimes, not just on grocery day, but other times of the week, I might just so happen to be out, you know, slip out real quick because I think of something that we need, and I'm able to grab the car, you know, in the early morning before Michael slips out to go to work, and quick go pick something up that I realized we needed. And I can also just hand this to Michael and say, hey, can you get this on your way home from work? You know, hit Walmart in the middle of the night. So I'm going to make one for clothing, because you know, now that it's garage sale season, then I can put this in there and bring that with me to the garage sales. And there was another, oh, and I'm going to do one for medication too. And I'll just put these inside my wallet. And that way, I won't be pulling those big old plastic envelopes in and out of my purse. So I won't be tearing the envelopes. And the other thing, this was the other reason, which I forgot to say, was I noticed a couple times when I went to pull this big bulky purse out of the grocery cart, and a couple times when I was wearing it, it's also a crossbody, but a couple times when I was wearing it, an envelope fell out. Oh my gosh, nearly had a heart attack. I mean, this is our money. So can you imagine, like, that's like our money. I mean, that's our medication money. This is it. Like, it's not in the bank. It's in here. So, whew, yeah, thank goodness I actually noticed it fall out of my purse. Yeah. So I realized that system wasn't working. So I was really thankful that the Holy Spirit brought that back to my memory, you know, Rachel Cruz's idea of the binder clips. So yeah, so I'm going to get to that. So all I did was I took, which I wish I had brought in the room, but I just used labels, you know, sticky labels that we already had on hand, and just cut them small enough, you know, to stick on the end of the binder clips, so I can actually, you know, when it's like this, I can actually read it. And of course, I wrote it on the sticky sheet before I put it on the binder clip. So learn from me, do it on the sticky label sheet first, cut it, and then put it on the binder clip. So short but sweet little vlog, but I hope it helps your life with the cash envelope system become a little less complicated, and allows you, if you have a beautiful wallet that you love and you don't want to let go of, maybe you are feeling like, you know, I don't necessarily want to announce to the world that I'm going through the Financial Peace University lifestyle. This is a way to do that discreetly. I think that was kind of Rachel Cruz's point too, was that, you know, she doesn't necessarily want to announce that to the whole world. Not that there's anything to be embarrassed by, but it's, I don't know, it's a personal thing. And she, you know, she, from what I've listened to her, you know, so far, she's a girly girl. She likes her pretty, you know, handbags and her pretty shoes and her pretty wallets, and she likes to use them. So she didn't, you know, want to have to use bulky envelopes and stuff like that. So this allows her to enjoy her beautiful wallet, and also still, though, use a good financial system. So I really appreciated it, and I thought maybe somebody out there would appreciate hearing how that works as well, and wouldn't necessarily think to look for something like that. So I thought I would share with you what I discovered that was not my idea. This is all Rachel Cruz, but this is what I found has worked. I can attest that it does. It's so far, I've used it for probably 2 weeks now, and it has worked really well. And I'm going to continue to work the system and convert a couple more envelopes that I find myself going to and needing to put in my purse. So a couple more will get converted into my wallet. Or at least we'll have binder clips ready for when I need them to be put in my wallet for that day. So I think that about covers it. So anyway, I hope that helps, guys. And I think my next vlog will be a haul video. I would love to share with you the haul of clothes that I purchased for Abby at the garage sale last weekend, because I made some good finds, and maybe I'll see if Abby wants to model something. I know she's already been trying to wear some of the clothes that she's really doesn't fit into yet. So have a great day, guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.